Hello everyone, welcome to Division 2, Round 2 of this championship. Today we're racing at China, second race of the season. Unfortunately we only have 12 drivers on the grid for today's race, probably because of the World Championship semi-final between Morocco and France. So today we're racing with only 12 drivers, of course a lot of competitive drivers on the grid. We have Donkey, we have Spatis, we have Delgezu, Stavrolis, all quick drivers on this grid. Even 10K is there. Nathaniel Perrin, promoted from the Division 3 from last season, and had a really competitive season. Mr. Consistency, that's what we call him from last season. Hopefully he can keep that consistency in this race as well. We're racing on a brand new track on this game. I think it's the first time we're racing at China. It seems to be very what's Nathaniel doing? Already spinning in the pit lane, losing his left front wing, so he needs to pit for another wing. That's very important for him. Of course, not the first driver on a out lap as well. So Spatis is the first driver to go out. Really showed a strong performance in the first race, his debut race in the official races. He took pole at Bahrain with a 28 point flat, so only 3/10 away from the Division 1 pole. So he looks very competitive and really a championship contender. Only finished in P3 for the race, but with only 12 drivers on the grid, he is a man to keep an eye on. Adam has won the first race of the season. He didn't qualify that well. He qualified in 12th place. So that's a really strong first race from Adam. Also, he was the champion last season of Division 4. Promoted 2 divisions. Interesting to see what his pace can be. I missed a few races to commentate on, but we're back in the commentary box. And a few drivers already going to start their flying laps with Spatis and Racing Ryan. Let's stay on board with him. Racing Ryan raced in Division 5 last season and he got promoted by 3 divisions. So really interesting to see what he can do in the ass. China, a really technical circuit where it's really easy to lose your car by going on throttle too early, and especially with this corner. If you go too early on the throttle like Racing Ryan is doing right now, the grip isn't there yet on this circuit. You can already see him struggling around that corner, where I've been mentioning that's one of the trickiest corners of the circuit. But he is almost going to cross the finish line as the first driver to set a federal lap time. What will be the time? I think pole in Division 1 was a 1:32 point flat, but Ryan opens with a 33.6, but look at Spatis already in the 132s, 132.4, and that's a great bank lap from the Mercedes driver, already 1.2 seconds away from Ryan. Let's see who will be the next one to cross the line. I think it's one of the Red Bulls, Farico. No, I think it's one of the Williams drivers. I think it's 10K. Let's say, well, what can he do? The Dutch driver had a really solid season. The third time in a row he's teaming up with Donkey Dan in the Williams team, 132.9, and that's the second driver into the 132s. And what about the former champion of this division? Stavrolis is in second place, so a front row lockout for the Mercedes team as it stands. Donkey Dan only 152.6, so that's a mistake being made by Donkey. And is he going for another lap? And Adam, current championship leader in P6. Disappointing lap by the McLaren driver, and look at Bosmas, his teammate, going into P3, 5 tenths away. So the time of Spettis is a very competitive lap time. And what about Rico Toxic, a new driver within DTR? Of course, I know him from the SRL league I have been managing, so good to see some boys from the SRL team in racing at Delta T Racing. He's also an esports driver for the SRL team, so is Nathaniel, and so they are representing SRL in this league in Division 2. And what about Nathaniel? He's just going to start his flying lap. Running really wide into turn 2. Switching back to second gear. And he is taking that corner in second gear as well. Interesting call on the gears, but he sets a purple sector 1, a 25 flat. A little bit of oversteer out of that corner. And this is just a small left through the fast left corner. Running a little bit wide on the exit. But he is still keeping it within the track limits. Nathaniel is looking for a good lap time. Pretty solid so far. Another purple sector, but would be good enough. And second gear as well. And really easy on the throttle. Really on the inside line. Choosing a different strategy compared to other drivers. And I'm not watching the World Cup semi-finals, so if there are any updates can be given, that would be nice. Praying for Shabby that Morocco goes through. But look at Nathaniel, he is going to cross the line with a 134.0. 1.6 seconds away from the rest. And from the top, Spettis has just set a phenomenal lap. He's going already on his outlap on his second run in qualifying. Nathaniel currently in P8. Of course, it's about managing this race. Only 12 drivers, so easy to grab some good points. Menemun and Rico Toxic haven't set their lap times at the moment. Look at Spettis, he is, I think he's still on an outlap. He's running a little bit wide, but I think he's going to start his hot lap right now. 132.4, can he improve that previous lap time? We all know from Stavrolis that he is a really quick driver, and we already seen that. He's a Greek as well. And he's teaming up with Staff in the Mercedes. Both really quick drivers in this division. Staff already showed his pace in Division 1 yesterday. Can he improve? He is 1,000 away. Oh, running a little bit wide as well. I'm not sure if this is going to be an improvement, but let's see at the end of Sector 2 if he is improving. He's taking it very cautious. Oh, he's only 17 thousandths away. Oh, a little bump over that curb. He's taking it in fourth gear, switching to fifth gear on the main straight. And I think he lost a small momentum out of that corner. Picking up the DRS on the second straight at this circuit. He has a car in front of him, goes away nicely. A late braking from Spettis. Really hard on the throttle. Really out revving those gears. Oh, a little snap out of that last corner, and it's not an improvement. He lost 53 thousandths on that previous lap time. So that's very unfortunate for the Mercedes, but he is still in pole position with a pretty big margin, so I don't think he has anything to complain, because his second lap time was that good as well. And one of the drivers to keep an eye on as well is Donkey, the former champion of this division, is really had a really tough race at the start of this season, only finished in P6-17. So that's not really impressive from what you should expect from a champion, but the season is still long, so anything can happen. So we're definitely gonna keep an eye on Donkey. Oh, a little bit of oversteer out of that corner as well. Really lost it on the exit. And Bosmans has improved as well to P3, only 5 tenths away. And Donkey Dan has a lot of cars in front of him. They go away nicely. Will that be an improvement from Donkey Dan? He has set not the best lap of his career before, but he's taking it very cautious, but good. 133 point flat, and only 7th place for Donkey at the moment. And who is going for another lap? Steph is going for another lap. Or did he improve? Yes, he improved. Steph has improved to only 7,500 from his teammate. Impressive by the Mercedes team, currently in P2 in the championship in the constructors after one round of racing. And speaking about racing, Ryan has finished his lap as well in P4 at the moment, and Tankade is up on his lap time by only 1:10. What can Tankade do for the Williams team? The Williams team is currently in P5. So they haven't had the best start. But we all know that the Williams team is one of the strongest teams on this whole grid at the moment compared to all teams. But the Mercedes team is looking very well at the moment with Staff and Spatties. And one of the Red Bulls is in front. Oh, Tankade misses his braking point, but he gets the car turned really well. A little bit. Oh, and Tankade, yeah, that's a bit too much on the curb in the last corner, and he is in the wall, into the grass, losing a lot of momentum out on the exit. And his teammate is diving into the pits. And are there any drivers on their flying laps at the moment? I don't think they are. So everyone is preparing themselves for the last flying lap. I don't think Tankade will have enough time for another flying lap. Maybe he does, but not on this speed. And Spattis is the first driver to go out. He is the current pole sitter. Will he grab 2 poles in a row? He has insane pace. But his teammate is right on his tail. And I think Steph did a 1:32.3 in D1 yesterday. So he needs he has some work to do if he wants to remain that pole position. He runs a little bit wide. This is a really tricky corner to get it right on the braking and the downshifting. Oh, a little bit of oversteer on the throttle from Spattis, and I think he's losing a small momentum. Yes, he is. 24 thousandths away from his previous lap time. And all the drivers are still in the pit lane. short shifting to third. Oh, that's a big mistake. A little bit too early, steering to the left hand side, causing him a small snap off oversteer. But is he still continuing on that lap? I'm not sure. Or will we dive into the pits and make a really late move for the last qualifying run? Let's see, what is he gonna do? No, he's diving into the pits, hoping that he can get out right on time. And the other drivers are still waiting for the last moment. And what about Nathaniel Perrin? He is now going for his flying lap, and so is Del Gesu. So we're going to stay involved with Del Gesu. And he is 11,000 up on his previous lap time. A really strong sector 1 time from Del Gesu. A small left lift on that fast lap corner is good enough. And Spatis is not going out anymore, so he is. I think he used all of his soft tires. And Del Gesu is up, but just a small margin. And it will not get him where he needs to be. And it's really good from Del Gesu on the throttle in that corner. I think that's a corner you can win a lot of time if you get it right, and that's what Del Gesu did. So will this be a good improvement by the Brazilian driver? We all know that Del Gesu can be really quick. I know the driver, I brought him in here. Now he needs to nail that last corner, and he is taking it cautious, but he keeps it within the track limits, and he is improving by 0.4 of a second, but that's only good for P8 at the moment. So Del Gesu is not going to get his car further up on the road. The Mercedes 1-2 is still there, and Staff is up on his lap time, and this lap time is good enough for pole position if he keeps improving like this. And let's see, one of the McLaren's Bosmots. He's going to start his flying lap right now. And Donkey, or was it Tankate? I think every driver is on a flying lap at the moment. Let's see, Stavrolis, will he be up on his lap time? Yes, he is, doing a purple sector 2. Will this be the first pole position from Stavrolis in Division 2 of this season? I think a really big competitor for. He made some crazy improvements compared to last season. He got a promotion from Division 3 to Division 2, and he's already showing that he is able to fight at the front, and I believe he even switched off his assists, so that's even more impressive by Stavrolis. Really good job by Stavrolis. Is he going for pole position? No, he has lost it on 21 thousandths to his teammate. And Bosmot is 3/10 up. What is Bosmot able to do? And one of the Williams drivers as well, 4/10 up for Tankate. What is Tankate doing? Tankate 1:32.6. A really good lap time, and Donkey Dan is 3/10 up as well. Can he nail that last sector? Donkey Dan, former champion, where is he going to end up? He is going to end up right behind his teammate. And now Bosmats, and Bosmats, oh, really great improvement by the McLaren. Also within 1/10 of the pole sitter. So the top 3 within 1/10 of a second. That's impressive, and that's going to give us some good racing, but both Williams drivers right behind them. Spat is taking another pole position, his second pole of this season. First lap was good enough to grab that pole. Stavrolis, his teammate, is right behind him. So they're going to play the team game here. Bosmats in P3, Really impressive qualifying by the Austrian, and both Dutchies Williams team are on P4, P5. Racing Ryan in 6th, Maneman in 7th, Delgesu in 8th place, Pyro in 9th, Farico Toxic in P10. Look at that, P1 to P10 is within 8/10 of a second. Current championship leader Adam is disappointing a little bit with P11, and Nathaniel Perrin is in P12. So anyone, give me some predictions for today's race. I'm not sure what it will be. Will it be a dry race, or will there be some rain incoming? If you have the information, let me know. And it looks very sunny at the moment. Not really a lot of clouds in the air, so I'm gambling for a dry race. Let me know your predictions in the chat. What is the fastest tire strategy? Will there be drivers starting on the hards? Let's go through the tire choices. Oh, we have the top 2 going for the medium hard strategy. Bossmods and Tankade in P3, P4. Going for the alternate one, and Donkey is on the medium tire as well, so he wants to attack straight away. So is Racing Ryan on the soft tire. That's a very daring strategy. I really don't know what the tires will do, but it's a very interesting choice, that's for sure. Maneman is 7 on the medium tire, so is Delgesu, and Pyro is following the guys in front as well on the mediums, and Farico Toxic, Adam and Nathaniel are going for the alternate strategy. So it's going to be an hectic race with a lot of different tire strategies. I think it will be very hard to get those hard tires on the right temperature off the start, but let's see. I think the Mercedes team will fly away after the lights go out, but later in the race, we could have Botmas and Tankade closing in to the guys in front. But of course, I think Tankade will let Donkey Dan go because he is on the faster strategy. Oh, one of the McLarens is going really wide at. Oh, and we have someone in the wall already. Not sure who was that. We are missing someone, that's for sure. I think it is Bosmods. Of course, you can get damage on the formation lap, so he has lucky. He has some luck. Well, all the drivers are preparing themselves to race at China for round 2 in Division 2. So next week we're racing at Singapore. A really tough track to overtake, so I think China is a really good track to overtake, so I'm really looking forward to that. And Staff misjudged his starting position, so his car will be starting a little bit further away, but there we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights, and away we go. We have a really good start from Spiders in the Mercedes team, but Staff is really going good as well. But look at one of the Williams drivers. It's already Tankade going around the outside of Bosmods, and so is Donkey Dan. Both Mercedes are gone very well, and Tankade is still in front. Both Williams team has overtaken Bosmods, so it's Williams versus Mercedes on this strategy. Look at Racing Ryan. He is already on the outside line of Bosmods. Bosmods not leaving a lot of space on the outside of the track, but Racing Ryan has of course the better grip on the start of this Grand Prix. Bosmat still defending really well. Let's have a look at that battle. Look at one of the Red Bull Spyro are really close behind on that medium tire. A really clean start. We already lost Maneman. He lost a couple of places. Let's have a look at the starting positions gained. Nathaniel Perrin already winning 3 positions, and at this Grand Prix a really good start by the Englishman. And impressive start as well, but look at one of the Ferraris. He's losing a lot of time compared to others. Look at that Haas of Racing Ryan already on the inside line. He is definitely trying to claim some positions, cutting that corner. Definitely got a warning for that, but he has the grip and the tire advantage, so this was an easy overtake. But he is already fully under pressure of the McLaren, and one of the drivers at the back is already diving into the pits. It's Rico Toxic, already into that pit lane, so he must have had some damage. And well, we're heading to the Williams team, hunting down that Mercedes team, both Mercedes powered cars. I think it will be the battle for the constructors as well at the end of the season. Both really strong drivers in that team, but once you have those hard tires on the right temperature, after a few laps, I think it could be a good strategy choice to start on those hard tires. Further back behind we have Bosmat still closing in to Racing Ryan, who is of course on a flying strategy. He is really closing in to the Williams team, and so is Bosmat. A lot of opportunities to make an overtake on this track, and the gaps are bugging a little, but will Tankate give Donkey Dan the chance to get past him and to hunt down that Mercedes team? But look at Racing Ryan, he is closing in on those soft tires as well. Of course he's coming in early, and the DRS has been enabled this lap, so we will have opportunities for overtaking. How long will those soft tires last for Racing Ryan? How long will they have the advantage on the mediums and the hards? I don't know. I think China is a track where, when I've been racing on F1 21, the tire degradation was really high. I'm not sure how it is on with these cars, but if Racing Ryan can last them longer than expected and will be careful on the tires. Look at his exit speed compared to the Williams, a big difference. And I think this could be an overtaking opportunity for Racing Ryan, but look at Racing Ryan on his ERS deployment, already really low. So he is burning all that ERS straight away after 3 laps. And that's not really a good choice. But yeah, he wants to make those overtakes. He wants to make those soft strategy work. And of course he's right about that. And Bosmos is able to keep up with him within the DRS. So those soft tires might not be the right choice. But look at Donkey, he is really closing into his teammate. Will there be any team orders given? Because they are losing a lot of time now. 1.7 seconds is the gap. And I think it was the wise choice to let Donkey Dan go. And Tankate should be following him. But sometimes it seems they are racing for their own. Not many battles at the moment. But I think Donkey Dan has a really good opportunity to make the move now. And will there be an overtaking opportunity by Donkey? No, he's still waiting. He's not making the overtake. And Racing Ryan is keeping closer. Tankate struggling on the exit there compared to the medium tires of Donkey. And I think this could be an opportunity. Tankate already red lights flashing. Look at Donkey really having some overspeed on those tires, and Tankate is losing a lot of grip to the Mercedes team in front of him. And I think the Mercedes team is just dragging them away. And maybe they will have a fight later on in this race. But at the moment Tankate is just holding off everyone right behind him. Well, Racing Ryan is under pressure of Bosmats. Bosmats is trying to have a look on the inside, but no. He is just showing himself. Look mate, I'm here. I have overspeed, so I'm coming for you. And Racing Ryan already low on that ERS deployment. Will this give Bosmats an opportunity? But look at Donkey. Donkey is now making the move on Tankate. And Donkey gets it nicely. Oh, and there's some contact right behind with Racing Ryan and Tankate. And that will give Donkey Dan some space to close up to the guys in front. Donkey Dan back in the podium positions. And now Tankate needs to look back to the guys right behind him. With Racing Ryan, his red lights are already flashing, so he is really low on that ERS deployment. And Delgado is already in the pits for an early stop to the hard tires. And we have a yellow in sector 1. What's happening? Let's have a look at the Mercedes team. They're just trying to still go. They're untouchable at the moment. A safety car needs to mix them up. Both started on the medium tire. Tankate on the alternate strategy. Will Tankate have some? And oh, we have a spinner. It's Bosmats. Who's round? Oh, Bosmats had the pace to compete at the front, but he is really struggling to with those hard tires. Nathaniel on the hard tire is in P7. Current leader of the hard tires is Tankate. Racing Ryan is in the pits already after 5 laps of racing, 7 laps of racing. So that's an early stop. What tire is he choosing? Will he go for the hard tire really quick? Or will he go for the medium and go for a 2-stop strategy? Yes, he is going for a 2-stop strategy. Racing Ryan is choosing an alternate one. Definitely a really attacking strategy. And Delgado is already into the pit lane again. So Delgado and Farico Toxic are not having a fun race at the moment, but still anything can happen. If there is coming a safety car, they're back in the race. And everyone has the chances again. But as it stands, we have the Mercedes team running away with it. And Donkey Dan is trying to catch up. But I don't think he will be able to with Staff giving the DRS to Spatis. Or Spatis giving the DRS to Staff, I'm sorry. Because Staff is still in P2. And Tankade has managed to create himself a gap to Pyro. 1.6 seconds, so out of the DRS. A bit of a lonely race for Pyro at the moment. 1.6 seconds away from Tankade and 3.1 seconds ahead of Nathaniel. So Pyro wants to get close. He wasn't able to attend in the last race. So all the points he can get today will be a good win for him. What is the closest battle on the track? It is between Adam and Nathaniel. And oh! The championship leader has spun into the gravel. He lost it on his own. And he is now being hunted by Meneman. Oh, really unfortunate for the championship leader at the moment. But yeah, as we have said before, anything can happen. And Staff is still running away together with Spatis. 4.5 seconds to Donkey in 9 laps. So the Mercedes team are doing an excellent job on the strategy here. And as it stands, they can make an easy stop. Tankade has overtaken Donkey. Donkey has made a small mistake probably. So that will allow Tankade to grab his podium spot back. But look at Pyro. Pyro is almost within the DRS range of the Williams team. So he has an opportunity to take both. And Delgazu sets the fastest lap of the race on the fresh medium tires, of course. Very unfortunate for him. He spun early on in the race. Pyro is within DRS. He's really low on his DRS deployment, but I think Donkey is as well. No, Donkey has saved up some. Tankade is low on it as well. And I think it's time that the hard tires are working well. At the moment, this is the closest battle on track between Williams and Pyro, dragging that Red Bull team into the points. Some good points actually. Red Bull is currently last in the championship, 10th place. Together with Haas, they have 0 points. Currently leading the constructors is McLaren. Adam all on his own by winning Bahrain. Right behind them Mercedes 23 points. And Ferrari is in 3rd place with 18 points. Let's have a look. Bosmot is really close to Maneman now. The fight for P8 on this race in lap 10. Look at Bosma's really good exit compared to Maneman. This will be an easy overtake, and Maneman is not really defending because he knows, but he is using the arrest, so they are going side by side. Bosma's braking late. Maneman, oh, and Bosma spun. Too eager on the throttle, and he spun for the second time this race. So we haven't seen a lot of clean battling at the moment. Only spinners. And back at the Williams team, Donkey is closing in to his teammate. So the hard tires are still not the best tire after 10 laps of racing, because Donkey is making an easy overtake and he is back into the podium positions, braking really late, missing his braking point. But he still gets the move done, and he is now, of course, the gap to the Mercedes team is 6.8 seconds. That's a bit too much, and I think Spatis is now creating some breathing space to Steph right behind him. Maneman is the first one to pit. Early stop for the Ferrari. And China is a really pretty challenging track, because it's really slippery, and even in dry circumstances it's a really tough track to drive. If you go too early on the throttle, it's easy to spin that car, but once you get the consistency, when you feel the track, you can be really quick on it. And that's exactly what the Mercedes team is doing. Just not taking risks, just keeping out of trouble, staying with each other in the arrest range. And Staff is into the pit lane now. Of course, he is going for the hard tire, and so is Donkey. Tankate is still continuing. So the first pit stops are being made, and Steph drops back to P5, but he will be fully under pressure of Adam. So let's see how this will pace out. And Steph is right in front of him, but he has low tire temperatures, so this could be an opportunity for Adam to get past. So we finally get some racing on track. And a really good exit. Of course, the tires of Steph are not warmed up at the right temperature. Steph is braking really late, really locking his brakes. And Adam is on the better tire for now. But Steph needs to get that temperature real quick, but he is defending really well. I think it takes a lap to warm up those tires. Oh, Adam really losing it on the exit, almost at the same spot where he did that before. But now Staff has some temperature on the exit. Look at him. He is gaining and gaining. But brother Adam is still having DRS. But of course it's not going to be good enough. And Bosmats is round again in the McLaren. Same spot as well. Not a good day for the McLaren team. A lot of spinning. Well, they're currently leading the constructors, so they need some improvement during the race. We're halfway on this race. Staff has pitted, Adam has pitted, Donkey has pitted for some fresh hard tires as well, and now it is going to be interesting if Donkey will be able to catch up to Staff on this stint on the hard tires. And all the gaps are outside of the DRS range now. Let's have a look. The leader, yeah, of course, he has a lonely race so far. I think he will be diving into the pit lane, looking at his tires. Yes, he is. Lap 13 for Spatty's. Really quick driver, really consistent driver at the moment. I think he definitely showing that he is D1 material. With his consistency, I haven't seen the first race, but where is Staff going to end up? Spattis is on the pit exit, so it's going to be a close call between them. Spat is still in front, but Staff has the tire temperature, so this will be the same as it was before. Will Staff go for the move? Because if you can make the move now, it is going to be very important. And Staff finished in P6 in the last race, but Spattis is really good on his outlap. He's really good on warming up the side, but he is pushing already. And that's not gonna help those tires get warmed up nicely. It's overheating and pushing it on the limits. Well, they are cold. It will give you more tire degradation. But Staff has some overspeed. But will Spattis answer this attack from Staff, or will Staff not even dare to make an overtake on him? Will it be team orders? And I think Staff is just sitting back. And what about Donkey? He is closing in. But how far is he away from the top two? He has gained a few seconds on that pit stop. But he's now right behind Racing Ryan on the medium tire, who is gambling for that safety car situation. But I'm not sure if it's gonna come with these amount of drivers. And also with China being a really wide track, you don't have a big chance of a safety car, to be honest. Mercedes is back playing that team game within the arrest range. But look at Donkey, he is closing into Racing Ryan on the inside line, going side by side. And Donkey Down gets a move. Really late braking from the Dutch driver, and he gets a move and he's back into P3. He now wants to close up on those Mercedeses. But it's going to be a really hard task. 6 seconds. Sets a fastest, sector 3. But he needs more. He needs a second a lap at least to get close. But he's not going to get it with Mercedes playing that team game within the arrest range. I think he could grab a few tenths within the corners, but on the main straight he is going to lose a few as well. So it's going to be interesting, but I don't think anyone could get close to those Mercedes at the moment. Racing Ryan is still on a 2-stop strategy, so he needs to make another pit stop. We have one penalty situation from Farico Toxic at the moment, and look at the position changes. Nathaniel Perrin is the biggest winner, 5 positions. And Donkey and Racing Ryan winning 2, Pyro winning 3, and Adam winning 3 as well. And of course Basmat's losing 9 positions, spun 2 times on his own in the same corner. Look at Racing Ryan, he is diving into the pits now. What tires he's choosing? Another set of medium tires going underneath that Haas car. And he is back into P8 on P9 on fresh tires. So what can we expect from Racing Ryan? I think a maximum of P7 perhaps. But Adam is on the same tire as well, so it's gonna be very, very close. And Pyro runs a little wide, and that will allow Nathaniel to make a move on the medium tire into P5. So another position gained by him. So again, showing good consistency throughout the race. And Stavrolis has lost momentum to Spatis, but still on the same tire as Donkey Dan and the same laps. So I don't think Donkey Dan is going to be able to close in. But Pyro is still hanging on with Nathaniel Perrin for P5. He wants that position back. He was under pressure. The only battle on track, same with Racing Ryan. Racing Ryan is fighting for P8. He is on the fresher tire, he has advantage on the strategy, but How long does it take for Racing Ryan to make the overtake on Manneman? Manneman still on 7-lap old hard tires, so he made a pit stop very early compared to the other hard runners at the moment. Taking a lot of curb on the left hand side, switching back to third, fourth gear. Really hard to get the throttle right really early on the upshifts, and that will lose a small momentum on that throttle situation. But he is closing in until Manneman has DRS enabled, really low on that ERS deployment, so he will not be able to make a move right now. He's a bit of stuck right behind Manneman, but the exit on the throttle with that tire grip should be enough and should give him an opportunity like this. The ERS enabled, but he is still low. Manneman still defending the inside line, and Racing Ryan has overspeed, and oh, really nice move by Racing Ryan on the inside line, going side by side, but still Manneman is on the inside and he defends it very well. Nice battle, nice clean battle between Manneman and Racing Ryan. Is going for the switchback move, has some advantage on the grip, of course, going for a late move on the inside, going really late on the braking, both of them, and really low on the ERS, and they are still going side by side. Oh my goodness, a good battle for P8. At least they are giving us a good show to watch, and I think Racing Ryan is knowing I don't need to take too many risks. Adam has picked up a penalty, but Manneman is defending really well. A really good battle between these two, but now is the moment to get close. A bit more on the throttle. We have someone spinning. It's Donkey. Donkey is spinning around, and that will allow Nathaniel to close in. Donkey is losing a lot of momentum, so very unfortunate for Donkey Dan. And look at Racing Ryan still not able to make the overtake. Well, a really big slap from the Ferrari of Manneman. A really good battle ongoing, and look, oh, Manneman spins. Oh, this was such a good battle. Look at Nathaniel, who is at the back of Donkey on those fresh medium tires as well. Will Nathaniel grab that P4 away from Williams? And the race has come alive in lap 21 of 28. And it's going to be very interesting if Nathaniel can keep up with Donkey. Of course, he has the tire advantage. But will this be enough for an overtaking opportunity? And Pyro on the hard tire is not far away as well. Let's see Nathaniel on the exit, really eager and really good on the throttle. Look at Nathaniel Perrin, he gains some time within 0.5 of a second. Will this be enough to make the move? He is just dragging his car to the back of Donkey. Donkey Dan is defending, but Nathaniel is going really late on the brakes, and really late on the brakes, and they touch, but they still going side by side. Nathaniel wants to get this move done, and what are they doing? And Nathaniel's still in P5. Donkey's defending for his life, but Nathaniel now has some overspeed, going around the outside into turn 1, and Donkey Dan and Nathaniel is going for the switchback on the inside. What a move by Nathaniel, but Donkey Dan is still on the inside line now. Another switchback. Donkey Dan is trying. He is defending really well on Nathaniel Perrin, and look at Donkey, he's defending the inside. Nathaniel on the outside, braking really late, and oh, really early on the throttle, and that almost made him spin. But a really good battle and hard fair racing between Nathaniel and Donkey. When will these medium tire drop off compared to the hards? we haven't seen. Oh, Donkey! Again in the wall. Oh, Donkey is really unlucky this season so far. The Division 2 grid is getting more competitive every season, so you're not allowed to make those mistakes. Every point is valuable. And look at Staff. Staff is closing in with even being on all the tires. And we have a yellow in sector 2, and it's Botsmods again. Really having a hard time around this circuit is Botsmods. And yeah, this is what we are seeing all race, the whole race. The Mercedes team just running away with it. Of course, we are not. It's not fun to watch, but it's phenomenal how they drive. No mistakes, just keeping the car within the track limits and just staying consistent. 7.7 seconds away from Tankade, who's on a faster tire. That's impressive. And all the teams, all the drivers have a lot of work to do to keep up with them. So we're going to give Spada some stream time. Well, there are no battles ahead. But Staff is really closing in. But I don't think they will make the switch. I think they want Spatis to be the first driver within the team. And Staff knows he is probably the quickest driver of this division at the moment. Oh, we have a yellow in sector 2, one of the McLarens again. Who was it? Was it Adam? Was it Botsmods? Probably Botsmods, who is almost being lapped. Because the Mercedes team is coming for him. And Delgato is going to pit for another lap, probably going to try and snatch that fastest lap away, who is currently in hands of Botsmods, 135.1. So he can be quick, but the consistency isn't there. Four laps remaining. Dominating performance by the Mercedes team. Tankade is probably going to snatch that last podium spot. He has 6 seconds to Nathaniel. Of course, no mistakes are able to being made. Look at Donkey Dan, he is in P6. So we will have a small battle between him and Pyro for P5 in this race. But he needs to pick up the pace to get into the DRS range. But will there be coming any team orders in the last laps of the race? between staff and Spatties, because at the end you want to become champion, a driver champion. So staff wants to get the overtake, but he is not being on the right tire compared to his rival. But will we be able to make a move? That will be interesting if the Mercedes team is giving them the opportunity to fight for the win. But I don't think there will be an opportunity to fight for the win, because Spatties will probably be flying away in the last couple of laps on these tires. But there will be a fight for P5. Oh, Donkey really struggling. Donkey is really struggling this race to keep up. I'm not used to it, to this pace from Donkey. Is the game not suiting him, or not sure what's happening? But further back behind we have a battle between Farico Toxic and Meneman. Farico Toxic is on the medium tire, 10 lap old. He has a penalty, that's very unfortunate for him. But at least we can see some good racing between him and Meneman. If it stands, he's on 10 lap old, medium tires, really closing in on the braking. He is up to for some good pace on the main straight, but Meneman is using some ERS, and so is Farico Toxic. But look at the straight line speed of Meneman. That's definitely a lot better than his rival, who is right behind him, but he's braking really early. Farico Toxic definitely using that medium traction control. You can see him being really early on the throttle. But will there be any opportunity for him to make a move at the end of this race? He has some overspeed compared to Meneman on the inside line. Farico Toxic braking really late and making the move, and he has passed Meneman for P9. He has a penalty, so he needs to create himself a gap of 3 seconds in 2 laps of time, so that's a lot. And I don't think he will be able to make that. But well, we're heading back into the final lap of this race between, and look at Spatties, he's flying away. He just saved up to and just was there as a teammate. Just he now thinks it's my time to shine, and he is already 2.3 seconds up to his teammate. So he had some pace left, and he's now showing that. And yes, he is definitely the favorite for the championship this season. He got 5 stars to claim the championship from the DTR team, and he is really proving it. 2 poles, 1 podium, P3 in Bahrain, and now dominating display with his teammate Stavridis. A man to watch this season. And definitely, hopefully he can be available on the Tuesdays as soon, because he deserves a spot in Division 1, and he is now going to the last corner He is going to grab the win at China in Division 2, Round 2. He is grabbing the win. Spatis is grabbing the win. Stavridis is taking P2. So a 1-2 for a dominant display by the Mercedes team. Tankate is finishing in P3, taking up that last podium spot. And look at him, Nathaniel Perrin started last, finishing P4. Mr. Consistency strikes again. Pyro in P5. Donkey Dan is losing a lot of time to Pyro and is finishing in P6. Adam, current championship leader, is definitely not the championship leader anymore. Racing Ryan jumps him. Adam in 8th place, and Farigo Toxic will probably be happy with P10. Minimum is gonna jump him on penalty, so he will be going to P9. Farigo Toxic in P10, and Delgezu and Bosmos having very unfortunate races. A bit of a little bit boring race. What I'm usually expecting a lot of racing, battling, but this time we had a really dominant display by the Mercedes team. Unfortunately, Donkey Dan has misjudged some pace here today, and currently only good for P6. But yeah, driver of the day Nathaniel Perrin is of course the most position winner of the day, but I think I'm going to give the team of the day to Mercedes for that amazing team strategy. Drivers to watch, Steph and Spatis, really strong team. Also the constructor to watch, and definitely the favorite seeing this pace. Let's go through the final standings. Patties in P1, Stavridis in 2nd, Tankate 3rd, Nathaniel 4th, Pyro in 5th place, Donkey in 6th, Racing Ryan on the 2-stop strategy, P7, Adam P8, Meneman in 9th place, Farigo Toxic in 10th place. Delgezu and Bosmos haven't picked up any points. Next week we're racing in Singapore, street circuit. A very the longest race of the circuit of the season, so it's going to be challenging for all the drivers. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.